What's up, guys? It's Patrick. As promised in my last video, I'm going to continue on making more videos. So you got something different to look at tonight. This is my 25-gallon, completely rescaped from what it was in my last old videos. Basically, I moved into a new apartment and just wanted to go for a new look, I guess. So got a new piece of driftwood right there, pretty sweet. It's a little bit expensive, pretty much because I live on an island, so things here are a lot more expensive than they would be anywhere else. So a few new plants in there, nothing new in the lines of fish, only 2 autos in there, and the reason why I only have 2 instead of a school of 5 or so is because my local fish store ran out and I bought the last 2, so hopefully, fingers crossed, there will be some on the shipment that's coming in tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get some there. Yeah, so here's a little scape I got going here. Big driftwood on the left, small on the right with a little gap in the center. I'm kind of going for that, space in the middle look. I guess you could say it's kind of like a Takashi Amano. You look at some of the ADA aquariums. They look fairly similar, something along those lines. I'm not sure where I got it from. I just had it in my head and decided to go with it. So I picked up the driftwood and that rock there on the left. Picked that up too for a few bucks. Just going with some different plants, nothing special. This tank is fairly low budget. Clip-on lamps on top, like I had in previous videos. No CO2, running barely anything in fertilizers. I'm just using the API leaf zone shown here, as well as Flourish Excel, which is, the norm for a low budget planet tank. Nothing big here. Basically because I don't have the time to dose, and CO2 kind of scares the crap out of me. I know it's not that hard, but I really don't have the money to get the proper setup. I'd rather buy the electronic version rather than a cheap shut-off valve. So maybe that'll happen down the road. But I do have an announcement. I am pretty sure I will be getting a 55-gallon tomorrow afternoon. I stopped by my local fish shop today, in search of a few new plants just to play around with, to throw in this aquascape. And I was talking with the storekeeper and basically just explained that I'd like to get a larger tank because of my angel that I showed in my last video. I don't like them being in a 20-gallon. So I said I'd like to get a larger tank so that I could kind of space this aquascape out and kind of combine all my fish into one tank so I'm not running 2 separate tanks. And he said, well, you're in luck. We have an 80-gallon tank, or a 55-gallon tank here for $80. So I said, well, that's an awesome price. And he said, well, to make the best of it, the tank is basically brand new. An older lady had bought it, turned it to a saltwater tank, and basically bit off more than she could chew, if you understand the saying. She just figured that she could set up the tank and didn't really have to do much maintenance. Little did she know there's a lot of work to a saltwater tank, really, at the initial startup. So, lucky for me, I get a discount, heavy discount on a 55-gallon tank. It may not seem like it's cheap from where you guys are from, but for me, a 55-gallon tank brand new would run me $189 plus 13% tax. So that's that. Hopefully that will be coming here soon. So that's going to be fun to shoot some videos, setting that tank up, showing what I'm doing with it. I'm really excited to get a larger aquascape going, and hopefully I can, get some cool setups, some nice plants. My fish will certainly be happier with the extra space, and I'm kind of freeing up some more space in a sense by cutting down to 1 tank, so I'll just have a 4-foot section of tank rather than 2 tanks in separate corners of this room. So I'll still be continuing on with the low budget thing, like I said I would be doing with this student. thing. It's still technically a budget setup. Getting the tank cheap, sticking with the canister I have on this. The only thing I really had to buy is a heater, which I think I'm gonna pick up an Eheim Jagger, I guess they're called, or Jagger, whatever you'd like to call it. From what I hear, they are excellent heaters, so I'm probably gonna go with one of those. I'm gonna find one online probably tonight sometime, and basically just use what I got in here and pick up some substrate. Probably just gonna go with sand, yeah, go from there. So stay tuned. It really sucks. I'm really happy with this aquascape. It came along really nicely, but unfortunately it's going to be ripped up again. But that's the fun of it. That's part of the hobby. So basically it'll get a little bit better than what it is. It's going to be spaced out. I'm going to stick with this same aquascape as I said before. So stay tuned. Should be having a bit of fun. Thanks for watching.